And the shortest being 4 to 6 minutes, maybe?
I think it was in that neighborhood, yes.
So right now, all racers are going to be switching to a new SRL room. We'll get a new seed, load it in, and we'll be started in about probably 5 minutes with the next race. While we're waiting for everyone to ready up again, we've got 4 more races, I think. 4 more races. One of them currently ongoing. Another one later tonight. One tomorrow, and one still undecided time. Has to be done by Sunday. That's all for this week, and next week we go into a new flag set, which is
We've got Three's Company coming up, right?
right. Open Sherlock, no hurt more in these seeds. You'll learn heal before heal more, and Three's Company finish. Of course, you can still kill the Dragon Lord as well, but this time you do have to go through the full Sherlock, which means you're going to need stats to be able to survive all your Sherlock enemies, your dragons, your stonemen, your golems, your jerkbirds. You need the stats to be able to survive all that and get to the Dragon Lord with Gwaelin in tow.
This is something I've been interested to. I'm very curious to see how week 4 goes. We've gotten so accustomed to the chaos of week 2 and then the very fast flags of week 3 with some different elements, the randomized experience and everything else. And week 4 is kind of like a sudden jolt of mostly default stuff and then a lot of grinding because of the lack of hurt more. You have to really be efficient the way you go about the map and also the way you grind. It'll be really interesting to see how that change in dynamic affects the racers in week 4.
Yeah, our experience goes from very fast to fast, so you need, instead of 75% of your vanilla leveling, you'll only have 50. Sorry, and also keys are required for the first time, as Stags points out. So you actually have to find keys now rather than just being able to open any door you want.
I forgot all about keys. I mean literally I forgot the keys were a thing.
We're basically going from the easiest flags you can get to not the hardest, but definitely hard mode.
It definitely ratchets up that degree of difficulty, I think.
Yeah. The hardest flags sets, of course, are saved for the playoffs, but we had to throw at least one hard week here in the regular season.
All right, it looks like we are getting set for the second race.
Rashu seems to understand that name length does not matter in this flag set.
Yes, fast hacks. They are two distinct flags. Speed hacks will speed up the spell, casting, music, the in music, the fairy flute and the silver harp, all that kind of incidental stuff. It's the fast text that makes that text go line by line and shoot by super fast. In concert, everything goes really quickly.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to what you're picking up sometimes, because I have played these seeds where you just don't realize what you actually picked up.
Something that I did not point out the first time around, J. Coper working with the capital I there. That's a fairly uncommon build, and in this flag set, that is, or in any flag set for that matter, that is an HP MP build. So he's looking for more hit points and magic points as he picks up levels. It'll give you a slight boost most of the time to strength and agility at the outset. So he's looking to gain a little bit of leverage there, maybe just metagame it a little bit.
There's
The
been a
level
lot of discussion on that too for these flags where, you're leveling up so quickly it doesn't matter, but killing that first enemy is where you want your stats really.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to be able to pick up that first level or 2 or 8 as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I've seen some too where you kill the first enemy and get to level 10, 11, maybe even 17. It's so random, it's so fun.
We're having a good time here with Tiebreaker Week. I hope you are too, as race number 2 and this one gets underway. Should be starting in just a moment. And we'll get another look at these opening 3 chests.
This time we have gold, we have the fairy flute, and more gold.
So the fairy flute can be very handy in this flag set. If that spike tile is a golem, that's one of those enemies you can't hurt more down. But the fairy flute can come in handy for that, and if you end up with a cursed princess finish, that's one fewer belt that you need.
Right, the princess will not take any key items, so of course most key items are missing, so you still have the flute can't be thrown out, and the death necklace is more expensive than the cursed belt, so she will not take that.
Looks like we've got gold, herb, fairy water,
And a death necklace.
and a death necklace. That's another item that Gwaelin will not take. So another inventory slot sealed up. If they have to do a slow belt grind later, that's at least 2 fewer belts that they won't have to worry about.
So no one's going to reset this time to try to find a better grind, unless there is a cursed belt down here, but of course they won't have to reset things because they've already got the grind activated.
Exactly. We do have the Stones of Sunlight Cave, one free chest here. DK is the first one to it, and it looks like it's the Fighter's Ring.
Worth putting on, but you'll throw it out later for a cursed belt.
Exactly. That does sell for less than a cursed belt, so if it's still in your inventory at the end, Gwaelin will take that instead, so you do need to be careful of that. Looks like most of our racers have also picked up some fairy water as a just-in-case strategy, and it looks like it will pay off for DK first as he gets a kill on the Magician here. Picking up 3 levels.
Hurt more already.
Alright, so off to the races once again. It looks like Tantagel is located on the eastern edge of the map, and there's a 252 experience Scorpion.
That only gets level 5, wow.
Only gets level 5. I expected double digits from that, and it didn't happen.
It has heal, but we have hurt more, so meh.
Out heal that, Scorpion.
Coper has found coal right away. Never know, may pick up the armor or something useful here.
It's just the nothing.
Ah, not so useful. But we have a shop, and we have a cheap silver shield, a cheap full plate, and expensive bamboo pole, but not too expensive.
Yep, so Silver Shield full plate, best defense points money can buy at least. And certainly much less inflation going on in this particular parallel Alfgard. That last seed had some outrageous prices.
Gotta love the quad-digit, or quint-digit bamboo pole. It's always fun. Swamp South immediately.
Swamp South, less than 3 minutes in for J. Coper. It's right there to the north, I believe.
Yep, just north of Cole. He's going to Grave first, see if he can maybe pick up the armor or sword to help with attack. And the fairy flute is coming in hand.
There goes the fairy flute, earning its keep. Got wings, a dragon scale, and an herb. So not much there in the top of Grave, but probably worth the quick check ultimately.
Of course, we know where the princess is, but we don't know where cursed belts are. So there's a couple different options here. You can pick up the princess and drag her around with you as you look for Sherlock, or she's not that far from home, so you can leave her and pick her up when you need her. At such a low level, you're probably better off leaving her where she is and getting her when you know you can survive.
I was just about to agree with that. Looking at the stats in the early going here, only 41 hit points so far, 47 at level 7 on an HP build. So your survivability out and about, even though you have hurt more, is a little bit questionable. So picking up the princess early is risky, certainly doable, but we'll see what our racers decide. Marashu has decided to stay in the Scorpion Zone. Those Scorpions also have DL2 breath.
So you need to kill him quick.
Gotta kill him quick. Hurt more is good for that. And it looks like Marashu is going to stay in this zone. Slamu has headed off to perhaps the southwest, I think.
DK found a metal slime and grave, only worth 45 experience this time.
Yeah, those are going to roll down most of the time. Well, actually, I guess all the time, because they're maximum experience under normal circumstances.
But they're still just as hard to kill, so really not worth trying.
Coper is going to make a run at the tile here on level 5.
Well, good to know what it is. Blue dragon, so hurt more is useful, but not enough HP to survive.
Exactly, that's the big roadblock right now. You can try to double hurt more of those. You're a little bit better than a coin flip to land a single hurt more. So if you have enough hit points to survive the fight and try to get a couple of those off, then you're in good shape.
Did I just see that the copper sword is worth 180?
No. Really?
I think that's what it popped up.
Vanilla copper sword price. I don't know if I can handle that.
I don't know, in Chaos Flags, I'm not sure.
What are the odds of that? What are the odds that a weapon or a piece of armor rolls its vanilla price?
I guess 1 in whatever the maximum amount of gold is.
I think it's, I'm not absolutely certain on this. If anyone in chat happens to know, they can correct me on it. I think it's 18,000 is the maximum roll.
That sounds about right.
And I've seen a minimum of 1. I've actually seen a 1 gold something. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Ooh, we should get McGrew to implement 0.
Freebie shop.
Nothing like walking in and seeing a 0 gold magic armor and silver shield.
DK is in Mountain Cave. He's going to clear the chests here. Still looking for cursed belts, of course. We have yet to see any of the seed.
None so far in the top, and if the last one is a belt, it's almost not worth going through it every time.
Yeah, that's a tricky... It is a belt. This is a tricky one. They don't have outside yet as of level 7, or even as of level 9. Marashu currently the leader in that department on level 9. So that's a tricky one. They only need 6 cursed belts because of that death necklace and fairy flute that we talked about at the outset.
Yeah, but you got armored knights in there too, so...
Yeah, that's kind of a struggle.
Yeah, I'd leave it for now, and maybe level until you get outside, or go search for Sherlock instead, rather than curse belts. It's really so hard to choose.
Jay Coper, the only one so far who knows that the spike tile is a blue dragon, that perhaps will inform some of his decisions here, and he's continuing to look for belts as well.
Has chosen to go to the other side of Swamp, and you never know, that could be where Sherlock is. If it is, it's somewhere that no one else has explored yet, so you got an advantage.
Is going to get sent back by an armored knight, though. So relatively equal footing here. Even with low stats, our racers have opted to explore. They're trying to find those cursed belts as quickly as possible. Slamu up to level 9 now, on an equal footing with Marashu.
Marashu, not really sure if he wants to stay in Cantlin, but it's worth a look. Magic armor 5129, still cheaper, but don't have the money for it right now.
Another town immediately to the northeast of Cantlin.
Hey, DK has found the swamp.
Yes, so DK is into Swamp South. He's probably going to take a look at this tile. And he's the only racer, I believe, who knows where a cursed belt is at present. Marashu checking Remolder chest for the first time, and that's an herb.
I'm Glad you saw that because I didn't.
It went
Went
by
so
very
fast.
quickly. The dialogue boxes, the worst thing about the dialogue box is not only is everything going by so fast, but the most critical piece of information is at the very end, just as everyone's closing it. It's the last thing you see.
I know I've watched some racers pull up their stats before, and I just don't know how they look at them so quick. Rashu finds the staff cave, doesn't care. Just nope saved.
DK, I believe, is headed back toward the tile. He's going to pick up level 9 on the way there. Wants to hurt more of these knights just to get them out of the way so he can see what this tile is. He's going to check to see if this gold man is worth something other than gold. 74 experience.
Not even worth the gold.
Not really.
Oh, back attack by the blue dragon and dead in 2.
So the stat's not great. Slamu has opted to grind here. I don't think I blame him for this choice, but he's already up to 2,600 experience points, roughly equal with Marashu at this point. And, oh, as I speak, level 10 achieved for Marashu.
Not a great level.
Not a great level. Still hunting heal more. That would be helpful too if they manage to get some more hit points, trying to take down that blue dragon, pardon me. Looks like 52 strength on level 10 on a strength HP build.
No extra agility, and that's really what you need to make sure you get that first attack on the blue dragon.
Yeah, especially at these HP levels, if you get back attacked by that blue dragon, it really puts you at a disadvantage. Makes the fight almost impossible to win.
Yeah, with 58 HP, you do have the chance of double hurt more if you get the first attack. So that's really what you need.
Slamu appears to be back on the move, exploring a little bit after that relative dud of a level 10.
I think Coper's grinding. He knows where Swamp Cave is, so he just grind and get the levels and then go. No point looking for anything else.
Slamu, interestingly enough, I believe just found the north exit of Swamp Cave. And Marashu has picked up level 11.
And is head straight in the swamp.
This is perhaps telling. Level 11 does bring a bunch of extra strength, 1 extra agility, and 15 extra hit points, so that's 73 total. Still only 31 magic, but he is going to take a run at this Swamp Spike, and the Blue Dragon does survive that last hit and gets 2 Hurtmores off. However, no outside spell.
Yeah, but you can come back up to it and run. As long as you can manage to run, you'll get deposited back north of the Blue Dragon and won't have to fight it again.
It looks like he's going to try to bank the MP that he would need for return. Or at least some for healing, or if he thinks he has to do something else to get back out of Swamp Cave.
Remember, we don't have enough curse belts yet, so he still has to go through. But if you can return, you can go straight to Tangential, refill your MP, and heal from there.
Yeah, you can try to establish a base camp there where you can perhaps grind safely to a point where, you would consider perhaps doing a Three's Company finish, but we have yet to see Charlock in this seed as well.
And gets away from the blue, so is able to leave, no problem. Going through Swamp North, so not going back straight for the castle, but hopefully survives to find Charlock. Good play, puts the Stoneman to sleep rather than try to run.
Always a good decision. You always have better odds to sleep a Stone Man than you do to run from it, even at very high agility. Slamu has likewise cleared the Swamp Spike, it looks like.
Yep, no MP for outside, or, well, it still doesn't have outside, but no MP for return either. And Marashu has fallen.
That stings a little bit, but it looks like I would say we're still a ways away from being able to complete this seed. There's still a lot of information. I believe DK is still the only one who has seen a belt, and we have yet to see Charlock Castle. Slamu's going to try to get back out of Swamp Cave, does run from the Blue Dragon. We'll see if he has any better luck working his way around the map with Princess in Arms.
I do know somebody else was in Mountain, but I don't know who, and I don't know if they made it to the bottom.
Jay Coper taking a look around. He's going to grab a hand axe, and that looks like probably the most affordable weapon we've seen so far.
No one cares about the coordinates. I mean, it could be Erdrick's armor or sword, but it's not something you really need.
Yeah, I doubt we'll see a check there, unless things get truly desperate. Marashu has hit level 12, and it looks like that brings the spell of Outside, as well as some more hit points. And some magic points. Well, a decent amount of everything, really.
Spell of Outside, yeah, that's always good. Oh, Coper is checking the coordinates. Wow.
And there are coordinates, and it's 6666.
Oh, wow.
So...
Not something you're really going to be able to count out without Gwaelin, and of course, if you pass in Gwaelin without getting the Cursed Belt win, you have to go for Dragonlord then. Or, no, yeah, you would have to go for Dragonlord because you can't use Gwaelin for Three's Company either.
Exactly. We do have our first Charlock sighting. DK has made his way inside, so he's probably going to try to clear these chests really quickly.
So knowing how hard it is to get the Cursed Belt, if it's not hard to get the Charlock and you can survive the enemies inside, Three's Company is looking like the way to go.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that, unless there are two belts really quick here, even inside Charlock, but even then, still tricky.
I missed that first one, but there is a Cursed Belt in the second one.
It was a battle item. I think it was a fairy water or something of that nature. Torch first, says Lordon.
So one Cursed Belt in the bottom left, going for the basement now to see what's there. More gold, so only one belt, but still going in there to Charlock is a lot shorter than Mountain Cave.
Oh, with those DL2 stop spell armored knights though.
Oh, yeah.
This is a really sketchy tiebreaker seed.
So apparently Slamu has the princess, Breckenaire's right outside Charlock, so he's going to heal up, and then probably make a run for it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. He has the flute, so there's really only one spike tile enemy he's truly worried about, and that's, well, maybe 1.5. Red dragon and blue dragon. But do have the sleep spell, so you can put a stone man to sleep, you can put a golem to sleep with that flute, and either of the knights can be hurt more, except we know the armored knight has the DL2 breath. Slamu does have 73 hit points, so he can survive one DL2 breath as long as he's topped off. This is going to be really interesting to see what he catches on this spike tile, and with only 31 MP, he's got to get there too, with enough resources attack to deal with it.
Good idea to take out the Axe Knights. Just swing and get rid of them, or well, blast and get rid of them. That way you don't have to worry about them.
Jay Coper's in Hawksness. I believe he made the check. It is a red dragon on the spike.
Oh no!
That's the last thing you want to see.
And no heal more.
No heal more, and only 67 attack power with no weapon for Slamu, so he's going to get sent back and we'll have to rescue the princess again.
But he knows what's there, he's got the information. Maybe grind a couple levels, pick up some armor or something, or a sword. Try to find a way through that red dragon.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to stay put right here at home. He likes this experience. There are the scorpions available there. Well, actually, he paced back and forth for a moment, saw the Drakey was worth 4, and decided he wanted to go look elsewhere.
Spectre's worth not much more than normal.
Marashu, meanwhile, all the way up to level 13. 87 strength on level 13, so even with just the bamboo pole and the fighter's ring, he's got 91 attack power, and that's enough to handle most spike tiles. 85 hit points as well, still no heal more, unfortunately.
Yeah, with that red dragon, you really want to heal more to be able to get through it.
Let's see, DK level 12, J. Coper level 11, Slamu also level 12. It seems like that's going to be critical here as we approach the 20-minute mark in this seed, and it's just been tough sledding so far. Cursed Belt in last chest of Mountain Cave, Cursed Belt in Charlock. If there's a third, we have yet to see it. And we've got a red dragon on the Charlock spike. So the options are a little bit limited here, feeling kind of claustrophobic in this seed.
Yep. Each Big Slamu and DK need about 1,000 experience to get level 13. So a little bit of fighting, but not too bad.
Slamu, I think, felt he had a good zone, and then he got attacked by an armored knight. He will pick up level 13 off this encounter.
Oh, only 4,500. Wow, not so bad.
Yeah, that could be much worse. Marashu has found Garanham. I believe this is our first Garanham sighting. He's going to check the back. We do still have one Cursed Belt out there somewhere, and it could be here.
Not there.
Not there.
So it's probably in bottom of grave.
Seems likely at this point. We're missing Tablet Cave, I think. And...
sounds right.
And that's about it. Oh, some Mountain Cave is in the back of Garanham. All right,
Oh.
I did not realize that.
Nor did I. Everything goes so fast. DK has now found Breckenary and Sherlock, so he's going to check the chests and find out there is a Cursed Belt here.
Now DK, I think DK's already been inside. He knows this bottom
Right.
left chest is the Cursed Belt.
Yeah, so he's doing his
So-
grind now then.
He's going to do his grind. He's got outside as of level 13, so he's going to use that to pick up some belts quickly.
Slamu taking on the Blue Dragon again, wants Gwaelin.
He just swings through and gets the job done. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this one breaks. It's hard to tell whether anybody has a lead or, given the information disparity, what's going to go on here. Marashu's about to see the Cursed Belt at the bottom of Mountain Cave. Slamu's rescuing the princess. DK is slow grinding his belts out of Charlock. J. Coper's making a run at the Charlock treasury as well. It's impossible to call this one at this point, even though we're 22 minutes in.
Right, so Marashu, I guess, hasn't seen Sherlock, so is getting belts fast as they can. Slamu, I don't know if knows where any belts are at all. And the other two are doing the Sherlock grind and will continue to do so.
I do want to say, got a good look at the Garanham shop there. You were correct. The copper sword is, in fact, a vanilla 180 gold.
Is this even randomized?
Roughly 1 in 18,000 chance of that happening, if we're accounting correctly.
We're going to need to update the code.
Oh, DK got sent back by a golem there on his way back into Charlock to pick up another belt. Slamu also was sent back.
Coper looks like he's going around and check the spike tile now. We'll find out shortly it's a red dragon.
J. Coper, I think, has just gotten his first look at that Armored Knight DL2 breath, so he'll get sent back out of Charlock. He looked like he was on his way to the spike tile to scout that out, but he won't get the opportunity on that trip.
Knows where the Cursed Belt is, though. Will likely go back and do a quick grind on that.
Marashu, meanwhile, is proceeding with the slow grind out of Mountain Cave.
Slamu has Gwaelin once again and is leaving Swamp. Hopefully going for Sherlock. DK going for the princess again. Does he have enough curse belts?
I'm not sure. If we see him return immediately, I guess we know the answer to that question. He at least thinks he has enough. And he is going to return, so...
Could be a finish here very shortly.
So hold on. DK headed up to the throne room. Synth saying he does believe he has enough. And Gwaylin takes a belt. DK is going to come in first place in the second race with an official SRL time of 24 minutes 49 seconds.
Definitely on the slower end of seeds, but still not too bad at all. Considering an average seed runs around an hour and a half in normal mode.
All right, so still a lot at stake here. This will be a third place finish for DK in the first race means he has accumulated 7 points for the week, and that will put him in good stead as we wait for our other racers to finish. Jake Hoper is going for his princess rescue.
Hey DK, enjoy the race.
That one was a little interesting. I wasn't sure what to do there towards the end, and I said, screw it, I'm just going to go get curse belts, and that's what I did.
GG, it seems to have worked out for you.
Yeah, I got really lucky. That first time in there, I saw that AK-47, and every single other dive, the entire time grinding those 5 belts I think I needed to get was just regular armor or axe knights. Now, the first race was a whole nother story. I think I almost full cleared the map.
Yeah, the first race was a little bit different. Everyone had the curse belts to start.
And in that race, I had four enemies back attack DL to me. 4 different enemy sets do it. It was fun.
Despite that first seed was so much faster. This second one, kind of talk us through your process here. You said you opted to go for the cursed belts. What was the decision-making process like when you're trying to figure out what to do? The levels are coming kind of slow. The stats aren't great early. What are you thinking about, and what's kind of your plan as you go through that second seed?
Not gonna lie, after I searched so many chests and couldn't find a belt outside Deep Grave or Deep Mountain, and I wasn't about to do that, especially with the enemy set down there. I was hoping that maybe we would, get a good chunk of strength or hit points in MP. MP was pretty light that round, and my hope was that I was going to go grab the princess and then go up, and then I went and tried to kill that blue dragon. 3 straight hurt mores failed, and that's when I kind of was like back and forth, and then I decided I'm just going to go see if I can get those belts out of Sharlock and come back and get the princess.
Oh, look at that. Jake Hoper just raced down the red dragon on the Charlock spike.
Go for the Threes Company finish.
And he's going to get it. Jake Hoper finishing in second place. Official SRL time of 27 minutes 39 seconds on the Threes Company finish. That was a nice job to get through that spike without Healmore.
I think that was the first time he'd seen the red dragon as well.
Yeah, he didn't know. He was just going for gold there, trying to finish off the seed. And so Jake Hoper with a first place finish in the first race and a second place finish in the second race means he has 8 points, so is currently the leader, and I think that actually will lock up first place for the week for him. Best Marashu can do now is 5 points.
And Slamu was in Sherlock with the princess and didn't make it.
Oh, it's unfortunate. It's a couple of deaths now for him. It's just been a real struggle this seed as he's had a difficult time finding any footing. Marashu, I think, is still pulling belts out of Deep Mountain Cave.
Yeah, but I don't think I've seen Sherlock yet. So DK, it's a much slower grind than yours was, but it's the only thing he knows, so he's going for it.
Yeah, I think, especially once I saw it was like 2,500 to the next level or whatever it was, that's what I would have reverted to if I didn't know where Sherlock was.
Slamoo's going to hit level 14 here, and with it, I think I saw a lot of hit points. Like a lot of hit points on level 14.
Up to 96. Still no heal more, though. And that sounds like a J. Coper. GG.
Hey, thanks. I had two different kinds of luck in those races, I guess. First one maybe walking or exploration, and then the second one, I don't know what my odds were on beating that red dragon, but he's dead and I'm not. So
we weren't expecting it for sure.
We were not expecting that.
So yeah, whatever. I don't know what else to say about that. So
I did want to ask you, in that first race, did you find Swamp North first?
Yeah, that's.
Okay,
I mean,
that was really interesting. You were the only one who actually entered Swamp Cave through the Swamp North entrance. Everyone else found it through Swamp South, which was considerably further away from start.
Yeah, I think Mirashu, however you say his name, was heading west, he said, and then died, so didn't go west further. Whereas I went west and I found the grave, grabbed the top 3 chests, got out, and then continued on to the west and found swamp there, along with some town. I don't know. The only things I entered were the grave and swamp cave. So yeah, I screwed up at the start of that one too. Didn't like the first time when I started, I was kind of like just not even really thinking about, I should go back up the stairs. And then I saw the cursed belt and it was like, okay, I definitely need to go back upstairs and grind these belts just right away. And just spaced out on it again. So yeah, I wasted like a minute at the start of the first one, just from being silly. And then, but after that it was really good. Yeah, this one, I don't know, did DK also do Three's Company finish?
DK, actually, there was a cursed belt in the Charlock treasury, and he just sweeped through there, I guess 6 times to pull that out, and finished with Cursed Princess.
Yeah, I thought about it. A red dragon was the only thing that was really unrealistic for me to beat, but then I beat it anyway, so
yeah.
I don't know what's realistic or not, I guess.
Speaking of the red dragon, Slamoo, despite getting a dodge, has carried the princess to the boss tile and defeated the red dragon. He was on level 14, which had 115 hit points.
Oh, that'd be helpful.
So that was super helpful in his fight because of that dodge. He will finish in 3rd place in the second race with an official SRL time of 32 minutes 31 seconds, so GG to Slamoo. We'll see if we can get him in here to talk about his experience. I believe Mirashu is still working on this slow grind of the Cursed Belts in Mountain Cave. And we do have Big Slamoo aboard. GG.
Thank you, GG, Coper and DK. You guys played really well tonight.
Hey, thanks. GG.
So Slamoo, that second seed particularly, it just seemed like you could not catch a break. A lot of unfortunate deaths, back attack deal, 2 breaths, and Charlock, and all kinds of stuff. Just really throwing wrenches in the works.
Yeah, I never checked agility. My guess is it was really low, but yeah, I felt like I had below average luck as well.
Yeah, it remained fairly low through the mid-game. I think once you hit 14, it was still only 66. So not great on that score. And then the MP just kind of meant that you couldn't fight stuff and no heal more.
Yeah, DK Coper, did you guys finish on belts or Cursed Princess or Three's Company?
I did belts out of Charlock. Cooper did Three's Company.
Yeah, I thought about the belts out of Charlock as well, but that seemed like it was going to take some time and like a lot of trips in. I was like, well, if I can just bring the princess up there, especially since I died to whatever, it's like I might as well just try to bring the princess up there, and then it's just if I can get through one tile, then it's game over. But I was a little lower level. I luckily 3-shot at the red dragon, and then that was the end of it. So
Did you have a flame sword, Jake Coper?
yeah, I had a
Okay.
flame sword, full plate, and silver shield. I think I'm not positive,
Yeah,
but I
those
believe
were
so.
all cheap.
What was that?
That's what I was carrying. Those were the cheap items that I was carrying too.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how much magic armor was. I had some like minor regret about not double checking that price, but it wasn't really that relevant, I guess.
No, and you don't actually
Marashu
get
just
you don't
before his
get it
last
really.
build. Yeah, Marashu just before his last build ended up getting killed by an armored knight.
Oh no. Yeah, that enemy scent just makes things that much trickier, having to go all the way down to last chest of Mountain Cave.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I knew I was. I mean, I knew I was behind after the first one, so I thought I was going to do something crazy, and I grabbed the princess. I mean, probably 16 minutes in, and found Sharlock and made a beeline for it, and saw the red dragon, and I was like level 9, so I knew that was done. But I knew I needed a first to combat the fourth that I got in the first seed. So
oh, that's nice. I didn't have any real confidence around 16 minutes in of getting past the blue dragon, I think.
I got 2 out of 3 on the hurt Mars. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 0 out of 3 at the same time.
Looking back, I definitely should have. When I saw the belt in Sharlock, even though I was already carrying the princess, I should have just ground the belts.
Yeah, maybe. Especially since Sherlock was like 100% Axe Knights somehow. I don't understand, but that's what it seemed like.
There were armored knights in there too, and they were packing the DL2 breath. I know Slamu took at least one death in there. I think DK, maybe you did as well.
Yeah, and that's what I had said earlier. I saw one the first dive I went in, and the rest of the time it was Axe Knight. So I wonder if that was some crazy thing, like 80 or 4 out of 5 slots were the Axe Knight or something. But yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's really interesting now that you mention it. I don't really remember seeing much else either. Do you, Cyberdark?
Not offhand, but this was going by so fast, I really don't know.
I know there was golems too, because I thought about the flute, and that's
Right.
actually why I went for the that's why I went for the Dragon Lord Princess finish, because I figured I could beat every spike tile except for Red Dragon.
Yeah, so you've got a 5 out of 6 chance, right? And then of course, boss tiles are Red Dragon.
Man, I felt bad when I first saw a Scorpion. That was like 20 minutes in or something. The first time I saw one, because that was certainly the best enemy near start to kill.
Yeah, it was tough to get them. I think there were 1 in 5 in that zone just north.
And if you didn't one-shot them, they usually use DL2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah, the rest of that
Yeah,
zone.
my first fairy water took one out.
Marashu now on the way to the swamp spike tile. So he's going to try to use Healmore to clear this out. So he's likely got all of his belts. Has one swing here to try to get it done, and does.
Let everyone think of the price of the copper sword.
I don't recall it at all.
180.
Oh, that's funny. Nice.
Yeah, we thought that was pretty hilarious. When Cyberdark said it at first, I'm just like, no, that can't possibly be true. And then I saw it later.
Yeah, I know I bought it. I didn't even look at the price. I just knew I could afford it.
So Marashu has returned Princess Gwaelin to Tantagel Castle and will hand her a cursed belt, and has finished with an official SRL time of 38 minutes 52 seconds. So GG to Marashu.
Always love it when you can do both seeds in under an hour.
That was one of the longer ones, I think.
It was
Clocking
up there
out
for sure.
At 38. So we'll take a quick look at the standings from this match. Jay Coper finished in first place in the first one, Marashu second, DK third, Big Slamu fourth. And then here in the second race, we had DK first, Jay Coper second, Slamu third, and Marashu fourth. So now we have to add on stream, and that's always unpleasant.
Oof, math. Saying that, GG Marashu.
GG, everyone, GG. So I'm guessing that either there was another cursed belt somewhere, or Sharlock was found.
Both? There was a curse belt in Sherlock.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just couldn't find Sharlock anywhere, so I settled for that really bad grind.
Yeah, Charlotte was just to the northeast of the twin towns there. What was that? Rimeldar and Cantlin. So it wasn't very far away at all. Breckenary was right nearby there too.
I must have missed it by just a screen then. Oh well, that happens. I've had pretty bad exploration luck with some of my practice seeds too, so it's pretty par for the course.
Yeah, we had different endings too. DK did the Cursed Princess, and Big Slamu and I did the Three's Company. There was a red dragon at the Dragon Lord Guardian, so it wasn't just wasn't quite a gimme. I got lucky. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to going back to normal XP next week. This super fast stuff is just too fast.
It's going to be like hitting a brick wall, isn't it? We've had a couple of weeks now. Chaos week 2, and then Tiebreaker Flags week 3, and then all of a sudden, wham, fast experience.
And keys.
And keys.
Agreed. It's going to be great. None of this super fast nonsense.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have a tough race ahead of me next week with a lot of good opponents. So I'm sure it's going to be it's going to feel good to come away with anything more than 1 point as far as I'm concerned. So.
Well, next week's not positional. So do we know what our groups are?
Yeah, we'll know. We don't actually know what the groups will be yet. Not a positional round in week 4. So
you don't.
Well, Cyberdark is the minister of randomization for the groups, so he might have inside information.
I can tell you that no one will face anyone you faced before.
That's the important
including
information.
This week.
Yes. So you at least know who you likely won't be facing in week 4.
So it's just a handshake problem. I have doubts that's even possible, but maybe.
It is. Took a bit of playing around, but it is.
Okay. All right. That's fun. All right. Well, looking forward to racing with some new people next week then, I guess. And thanks guys for the races, and thanks everyone for the commentary and tracking these lightning fast races that are probably really confusing.
Very.
With that,
exceedingly. Absolutely. So just to recap here really quickly, Jay Coper is going to take the 5 points for this week with 8 points from the 2 combined races here. DK will take 3, Marashu the 2, and Slamu the 1. So that kind of creates some more separation in the standings as we go into week 4. Any closing thoughts, anyone, before we start to wrap this one up? I believe there is a match already in progress on another Randomania network. We'll send it over there just in a moment.
No, just thank you guys all for putting it on. Who's that? Keyglis, Stags, Cyber, Archfield, Lord of the Sin. Thank you guys for all your work, restreaming and tracking and commentating for us.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and I really hope that I'm not in a position where I need to do a tiebreaker with anyone, because there's way too much to keep track of in these flag sets. They're fun, but oh my goodness, are they ever hard to race.
All right, thank you, everybody. It has been a great time today, Cyberdark. Anything else before we send it out to Randomania 1? We've got the Group 5 race over there already underway, I believe. Centroid 41, Ragai, Zarnax, and Mesier Slime.
No, it's been fun watching these races. Great time commentating them, and as much as I love this week, I'm looking forward to next week as well.
All right, so thanks to all of our crew tonight. Thank you, Cyberdark, for joining me. I'm Archfield Monk. Let's head over to Randomania for more Tiebreaker Week excitement.
Good night, everyone.